Not much out to buy at the minute, folks, on vinyl. Not much. Whoa. Ooh. Now, I'll have some of that. So, hello and yes, welcome back to another video, guys. Now then, I've had a lot of people asking me, are you going to do anything for the Pepper 50th anniversary? And I might have missed it, but here we go, I'm here, I'm doing it. So Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, that little album that I think we all know, has finally turned 50 years old. Now that's a big number there, 50. But, you know, that is fantastic for an album like this to turn 50 and still get the recognition which it deserves. This is probably the most important album of all time. It is one of the best albums of all time and one of the most interesting albums of all time. So the fact that it's getting this treatment after 50 years does not surprise me. It is the Beatles, it is their groundbreaking album, it is the album which changed music for the better. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. So anyway, what is this video about? I'm here, I don't even know what I'm going to title the video at the minute. I'm just going to do a little summary of what's been happening over the last couple of weeks for this album. As you can see from the thumbnail, I picked up the vinyl copy of the record literally only a couple of days ago. I was really late. I didn't get it on the day it came out. I did get the Blu-ray documentary that came out on the day it came out. But yeah, so anyway, this album, you got the 2 CD edition, you got the 2 vinyl edition, you've got the massive, humongous box set, and now you've got this little cheap Blu-ray. I did have the box set on pre-order. Really wanted to get it. I didn't get it in the end because I have a second holiday to pay for this year. Can't have everything. Yeah, I'll get the box eventually. I'll wait for it to go down because I do think it is a bit overpriced considering you only get 6 CDs in there and a book. But then again, it doesn't bother me that it's overpriced. I know some people are going to probably try and defend it. For not being overpriced, but I feel like everything that comes out Beatle related wise is overpriced. It's just how badly you want it. The George Harrison vinyl box set, I love it. I'm so pleased I got it, but that was overpriced. The Paul McCartney archive boxes, I've got them all but Flowers in the Dirt and Wings Over America, and I'm so pleased to have the ones I do, but they were also overpriced. I just feel like, you know, the Beatles stuff, it's going to be overpriced. It's the Beatles. They know people are going to buy it. They know people really want it. They know how cool it is. So they can jack up the price. It's the same with Led Zeppelin. It's the same with Pink Floyd. Don't get me wrong, people. These are fantastic boxes. They're all worth the money, really. You know, I found the George Harrison box very justifiable. It was £300, something like that. It was a lot of money. But the amount of content you get in there, and the amount of fun I've had with that box, it was so worth it. But it was still overpriced, really. And it would be the same as Sgt. Pepper. I feel the box was more than it should have been. Even the vinyl was more than it should have been. You know, you guys just seen the intro there, how expensive it is on Amazon at the minute. But I've had so much fun playing this vinyl. To me, it is still worth it. So, anyway, I don't want to talk about money, really, on these items, because that's not what we're here to do. The box is really cool. It looks really lovely. I've seen videos of it from a few people now. I've seen me and Mr. Mayo's one. Yeah, the box looks really nice. I love the cover. The book looks fantastic. The bonus content sure does sound interesting. I've heard a lot of it on Spotify now. And it'll be very nice to have. But anyway, as I say, I didn't get it purely because I've got other things to pay for at the minute. And now I've missed the release date, so my plan is now just to wait for it to go down and get it in a couple months or something. But anyway, I thought, well, I'll keep the Blu-ray because I love watching the Beatles documentaries. So I did get this. I don't think this came out in America, but you can get it on UK Amazon. So just, if you want to get it in America, just sign into UK Amazon and ship it to you. It's pretty cheap. It's nothing fancy, but it's quite an interesting documentary. It's not official, I don't think, but it is nice. It's a good watch. You've got Pete Best on there, of course. So that's nice. Yeah, it's a nice Blu-ray to have. Nice. Yeah. So, yeah, it's a good watch. I enjoyed it. But anyway, That was kind of just something that came out on the sidelines. I hadn't heard the new mix of this album from George Martin's son. You know, so I thought, do I just go check it out on Spotify, or do I purchase this and play it properly? And I thought, I'll purchase this and play it properly. I thought, I don't want the CD, that's boring, so I'm going to go get the vinyl. So I bought this last week. It's been out for, I don't know, 10 days or something now. It's been out a while. I put it on my turntable. I got it the same day as Lindsey Buckingham and Christine McVie's new album come out, and there's a review of that coming in a couple days. So I played Lindsey Buckingham and Christine McVie first, and spoiler alert, wasn't overwhelmed with it. It was pretty good, but wasn't overwhelmed. So then at the same time I'm thinking, okay, well I hope the new Pepper mix is better. I put the Pepper mix on, and it was rubbish, people. I can't tell you how bad this is. I'm only kidding. I'm only kidding. I can see some of you going, oh, mate, unsubscribe. The new mix of this is bloody amazing. It is unbelievably brilliant. And is this the version of this album people should get now? Over the mono mix, the stereo, you know, mix, or whatever? The mono remastered or the stereo remastered, what should people get? This one. This is the one to get. Honestly, the stereo vinyl remastered, which I got in the box set, I got it, played it, sounds fantastic. I thought, wow, Sgt. Pepper surely has never sounded so good and never will sound this good again. But then the mono one came out, which I've got sitting right here. This is the mono remastered one. And this is fantastic because the stereo cut, of course, missed out a lot of things, which the mono cut had. So the mono remaster was fantastic, and the mono version is better than the stereo, I think. But now with this version, you've got everything that the mono one's got, and everything is just improved sound quality. The drums sound fantastic, the vocals are so much clearer, and they've been cut so nice. The album just has a very modernised production feel to it, which is incredible. Yeah, the songs. Let's go over the songs quickly. So Sgt. Pepper just sounds incredible. The opening bit is just fantastic. You instantly know, oh, this is fresh, and it sounds great. With a little help from my friends, it's fantastic. Ringo's vocals on that. You know, Ringo's, you know, when you talk about Ringo's vocals, I know some people don't like him singing. I quite like him singing from time to time. His vocals sound so amazing on this cut. They sound better than they ever have. Incredible. Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, just that opening called ding ding ding. I can't do it. Wow. Yeah, brilliant stuff. Love it. Fixing a Hole was the one where I found Paul's vocals were just cut so sharply, and they were like butter, a knife through butter. Just fantastic. She's Leaving Home, the harp. You know, I'm saying all these things like they never sounded good before. They did sound really good on the mono mix. I keep saying mono mix, the mono remaster, whatever. But, you know, it sounds so much clearer now. It's cut so well. And Being Here for the Benefit of Mr. Kite. Or Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite. You know, again, it's just cut really well, that song. It's just fantastic. All the little hidden sounds in the background, you can pick them up a lot clearer now. And I thought you could pick them up well on the mono remaster, but you can pick them up even better now, which is fantastic. Side 2 we get Within You Without You, which some people say is the weak song on the album. I, honest to God, love Within You Without You. I think it might be one of the best songs on this album, if I'm being honest. Not sure I'd say it's the best, because we have A Day in the Life on here, of course. But I honestly love Within You Without You. George's vocals are amazing on it. But anyway, I don't want to get into the album itself, because we could be here for hours upon hours. Sounds great. The sitar works even better with George's voice on this song, I think, with this, you know, new mix. It's incredible. When I'm 64... Again, Paul's vocals just work really well with this new cut, I find. His vocals just sound so much better and so much clearer. It's brilliant stuff. Lovely Rita. Yeah, really well mixed again. Good morning, good morning. Again, kind of like being for the benefit of Mr. Kite, just the hidden little sounds in the background, just they're just more catchy. They just get you more. They're better. It sounds so great. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band Reprise, or Reprise, or however you bloody want to say it. Sounds great as well, and I love it because you can hear Paul like shouting at the end, which the stereo one didn't have. So you can tell they've gone with like a lot of influence from the mono remaster here. Sounds great, and A Day in the Life is easily top 10 songs of all time. It is a gold song. It is fantastic, and to hear this song sounding so good brings warm feelings to my heart. So yeah, honestly, the album, the mix itself, it's 10 out of 10. Fantastic. Giles Martin has done an incredible job of this. It's just real shame that George Martin isn't here to witness this, because I know he'd be very proud of his son. Yeah, it's fantastic. So I'll show you the vinyl record because I've got it here. Why not? For those of you who haven't seen it yet, I hadn't seen it. I'd only seen videos on the boxes. I thought, what's the point in looking at the vinyl? It was a bit of black plastic. So I hadn't seen it before I bought it. So maybe this bit of plastic stuck on the top. Maybe it will help some people. So anyway, we've got the sticker on here. And as you can see, the second record, because I wasn't sure of this when I bought it. I knew it was a double vinyl, but I didn't know if they'd split the album onto two to get a better sound. Because sometimes it helps when the grooves are a bit thicker like that. I hear. I'm no expert, believe me. But the second vinyl is actually bonus content. And what's my opinion on the bonus content? Well, it's alright. There's a lot of instrumental stuff on here. Like, She's Leaving Home is just the harp. It's alright. It put me off buying the box a little bit. Because I'm like, this is meant to be the highlights for the bonus stuff. And there's more bonus stuff in the box. So, yeah. I'll still get it. And I'll still play the, bonus material, the early recordings, and I'll enjoy them. These ones are good, but it's not something I play often at all. I like hearing the actual album mix more, definitely. So anyway, what you get in here is you get this little leaflet thing, which I'm pretty sure, because I know some people were saying, oh, look at this is new. I don't think it actually is new. I could be wrong. I really should have just took my copy out of my box and checked before this video, but I think you got this with the stereo vinyl box set Sgt. Pepper, so I don't think this is new, but I could be wrong. So yeah, nice thick card. You can look at all the people there. You got a little thing from Paul McCartney there and there. Oh, we recorded this album, and then a bit of information as well, which is very nice, very nice. So it's got record 2, so it can't be a complete replica of the one that was in the vinyl box. But anyway. And then we got the original in a sleeve. And I absolutely love this. Love it when records do this. This makes me happy. I put the record in a bag sleeve to protect it. Now, anyone who complains about these plastic sleeves is very silly. I've got records in just plain white sleeves. And I think once they're in your house, if you've got them stored, they're fine. But normally when I get records in the post that come in white sleeves, because they roll about a bit in there, they get scratched to high hell. Or they get marked up really bad with just plain white sleeves. So I love the fact they've given them lined sleeves. It looks fantastic. They've replicated the label brilliantly. Even the etchings in the groove are really, really awesome. Awesome, man. Awesome stuff. So anyway, let's have a look at the second side, the second sleeve. We get the original cutouts. Yeah, I'm going to cut this up later. Another inner sleeve, another one, and then another little bagged sleeve, which is very, very nice. And again, lovely labels on them, fantastic. And then as for the record, the album artwork itself, they've replicated the gatefold beautifully. Of course, the cover. I know some people are going to be like, why are you keeping it in the shrink, man? I don't need to see the gatefold, because I've got the gatefold elsewhere, and the shrink is actually so loose I can slide things in and out of here, easy as pie, so it doesn't bother me. I thought I'd keep the shrink on, because I don't really want to try and get the sticker off, peel it off, because I want to keep the sticker, so I really don't want to mess with it. So I thought if I could keep it in the shrink, I'll keep it in the shrink. If I have to take it out, I have to take it out. Luckily, the shrink's quite loose, so I can keep it in the shrink. But anyway, you know, they replicate the cover really well. They've gone with the bright stereo colourful one, because if you look at the mono one, it's a lot more authentic to what the original looked. But I prefer the stereo one because it's more colourful. So again, they've done the correct thing there. Back cover. And the spine is extra thick, which I really like. They've also put 2 LP edition on the spine as well. Just so that if you've got it next to other copies of Sgt. Pepper, maybe the mono, maybe the original, maybe the stereo, whatever, you can identify this one a bit better. And honestly, I think they've honestly pulled it out the bag on this. It was fantastic. I've got no complaints whatsoever with this. I really do hope to get the box eventually and enjoy the box. And anyone in America, I'd recommend signing into the UK Amazon, picking this up as well. It's a good watch. It's worth having for the Sgt. Pepper 50th anniversary. And that's it for Sgt. Pepper. I look forward to the Magical Mystery Tour 50th anniversary as well, because Magical Mystery Tour is just important, really, I think. You know, it's got Strawberry Fields, Penny Lane, and All You Need Is Love on it. Come on, I mean, that album's got to get a cool treatment as well. I mean, look at those 3 songs I just listed. So yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Honestly, pick up a copy of this album, whether it is CD, vinyl, or box. Just make sure you get involved. It's great. It's the Beatles. It's Sgt. Pepper. What more could you want in life? I mean, honestly. But anyway, that is it for this video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please hit the subscribe button, like the video, leave a message, and I'll see you guys next time for another video.